Hello and welcome back to another Fear the Walking Dead video, and today will be my final death predictions on the last 6 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. But before we get into this, a quick mention: a lot of characters were actually dropped between seasons 7 and 8, so there'll be no death predictions for Sarah, Wendell, Rabbi Jacob, and all the small characters like Charlie, as they either died between seasons or they just never got brought back for the final season. So let's jump right into this with Madison. I believe she's 100% safe. I definitely believe they're going to tease us a little with her maybe dying, but I don't think they'll kill her off again. Because I do believe that Madison will get a spin-off or should be involved in a Fear spin-off. So Madison's safe. Strand, I believe he's also safe. If they were going to kill Strand, it would have been in season 7, because it seems like Strand is going to be a goody two-shoes in season 8, and all he's going to be about is helping Madison. So he has a higher chance than Madison, because Madison's like maybe the only character now which is 100% cannot die. Strand has a 90% survival rate. I do see him, if he would die saving Madison, but Strand cannot die. Lucy, she's a minor character, 50-50 really. I can see Lucy maybe dying, but because she's such a small character, I can see her just surviving because they're going to forget she exists. So if they actually remember she's around, she might die, but she's a 50-50. Daniel, I do see him dying. I think Daniel will be the only original Fear character to die. I do see the final 6 episodes have maybe 2 deaths at most, maybe 3. So I think Daniel will be a big death. So Daniel 100% will not make it to the end of episode 12. Let's move over to June, and she's safe. If they were going to kill off June, they already would have, I believed. June has a big role, I think. Like, she is the ultimate legacy character in a way. Like, every character that gets close to her, all the popular characters get close to June and they die off, and June always takes a bit of them and carries on. So June will not die. I think she would just maybe, hopefully she picks up the Cure arc in the back half. Hopefully they do something with that again instead of just leaving it dropped. So I really do not want June to die, because she actually got interesting for once in her 5 years on Fear. I actually thought she was interested in part A of season 8. So hopefully, and I do believe June is safe. Now Sherry, I think she's going to die in the final episode. I do not think she has much story to tell, and I think it's more impactful and will help develop Dwight's character more if he loses Sherry, because with Dwight and Sherry around, all they do is break up and get back together, break up and get back together, and one of those characters have to die, and it cannot be Dwight. So I definitely do believe Sherry will be the final death of Fear the Walking Dead. I think Daniel will die a bit earlier in the season, but Sherry is the big final death. Now Dwight, as I mentioned, Sherry's going to die, so Dwight's 100% safe. I do believe Dwight will eventually end up on Dead City and interact with Negan and Maggie, so Dwight cannot die. I do think they're going to do so much more of Dwight. He has so much story to tell in this universe. So Dwight is 100% safe. Now let's move over to our new characters. Dove, I do not think she's going to die. She's definitely going to become a surrogate daughter to Madison, with Dove no longer having parents and Madison no longer having children. That's going to be a match. I definitely do see Dove surviving and becoming Madison's surrogate daughter. So she just cannot die. She's like one of the characters up there with Strand, maybe, with a really high likelihood of being safe. Now our last one, and the returning man, Troy Otto. He's a 50-50. I definitely do believe, it depends what they go with Troy, because some people are saying that he's coming back to be a good guy. Some people are saying he's coming back to be the final villain. It really depends. If he comes back to be the final villain, he's going to die, and it's a 50-50. If he comes back to be just this good guy and there's another villain and he teams up with Madison, Troy is going to survive. He's a character that I believe has a possibility of having the spin-off, because I believe there will be a Fear spin-off. So he's either going to be in more with Madison or have the spin-off. So Troy is a 50-50. It really depends on where they go with him, because we know nothing about Troy. We don't even have any shots of Troy. We just know that he's going to be in the final 6 episodes. That's it. If he's a villain, straight up dead. If he's a good guy, he's definitely going to survive and be in the supposed spin-off. And those are the death predictions, because they really push down the cast to just be these core characters in the final season. So there's no minor characters like Jacob and stuff like that I have to go through. And they already kicked out a bunch of cast by the end of the first 6 episodes, with us losing Grace, Morgan, and Mo. But please tell me down below, what do you think about these death predictions? Do you agree with my opinion on these death predictions, or do you have a different opinion? I'd like to know all your death predictions down below in the comments. But that's it for me today, so make sure to like and subscribe to keep up to date with all things Walking Dead universe. So goodbye, peace out, and I'll see you in my next video.